Hello there and welcome back to Out of War. We're in the Scandinavian map at the moment and we have a hardcore start here. So today I want to run a whole bunch of dirt through our wash plant there, make as much money as I possibly can. And we're going to primarily do that with our excavator up top there, but I have a little bit of a cleanup I want to do here on this bottom platform with the loader there. And also you can see our hut over there is under construction. We have some remaining pieces that we need cooking up there in our workbenches, so by the time we're finished up here today, hopefully those pieces will be completed and we'll go over there and throw a roof on that and tidy it up a little bit, move over our smelter and wash plant, and by the time we're done digging out this hillside today here, we're probably going to have a whole decent cleanup to run through those production items. My little platform here is getting a little bit more spacious. It's not as tight as it once was, but it's still a little bit cramped over here. But we'll make some good inroads to that today, hopefully. Now you can see there on the screen I have a coal quest running at the moment. So hopefully the more we dig back into this hill, the more coal will come across there. But it's looking just to be paydirt predominantly at the moment. And we take another couple of scoops out of this with our loader there, just to kind of keep a flat surface here, so that truck has no issues with movements there. A little bit of everything in that bucket. By everything I mean coal and pay dirt. It's what we have at the moment. But let's make this the last scoop there with the loader. I'll go ahead then and jump into our rock truck and get that in position. It's kind of a nighttime, evening time, dusk here in Scandinavia at the moment, but it's a nice peaceful evening. We have good weather at the moment at least, so that's on our side for once out here. Go ahead and get those lights turned on. We'll work into the night here as usual. A bit of a slow start there out of this truck. I don't think it liked starting on the hill there too much. Now then, so let's back her up there. You can go ahead and move this machine over a little bit. We'll throw it into high gear there. Get ourselves over there slightly faster. Ahead and raise up that bucket. And it's scraping imaginary pixels there as we move over. Alrighty, let's not go too far to the edge there. We'll have ourselves another accident. It's been about an hour since I had an accident in this excavator. Happens all too often to me, unfortunately. Our truck is reasonably well lined up there. Slightly missing on the far side there by the looks of things. That's okay, we'll go ahead and do a bit of smoothing down there. Take out this little grass nodule if it doesn't throw my machine off the side of the cliff here. Get another couple of buckets into this rock truck then, and we'll get her dumped and go again. That's the cash out there, 74k right now, but we have a little bit of a clean out to do there. in the smelter, so we're probably sitting at around 100k. Not great, we can blast through that pretty quickly out here. Alrighty then, let's move this machine to a better position here first and foremost, before I forget. I think we can actually move over here a little bit and start working on this kind of cliff face here alongside my gravel path there. Not great there, it's on a little bit of an uneven ground, but we'll see what we can do with it. And yeah, I was indeed missing over the far side of this trailer here. I think the next upgrade I want to get there is a rock truck. This one, yeah, it's not great, is it? But it's the cheapest one available, so it's done us fairly decently. Not that I've run at a whole loss, but and we're not moving too far with it. But that excavator up there has no trouble filling it. The capacity is a little bit small on it, and we could do with a bigger bed on the truck there, just to make it a little bit easier for myself. As you can see, I'm missing it quite a lot there with that excavator bucket, which is unfortunate. And we're in position there again. Alright, let's try and make a better platform here for my machine, just so we don't fall over the side yet again. Alrighty, and that should do reasonably well there. Okay, we're still missing. Let's try the focus on the excavator bucket itself camera there to see if it will help me out here. Missing that truck. Not really, to be honest. But we'll continue like this for now. Oop. Yeah, I think I'll change back to the camera the way I'm used to it there. And this machine is nearly on its side there. We'll have to readjust there as I sprinkle that bucket all over the ground. Alrighty, let's jump out here and do a little bit of flattening just to make it a small bit easier for myself here. Oop. Didn't mean to do that, and I have dirt all over the place. Wow. This game, man. That's frustrating. My beautiful gravel road destroyed. It's okay though, we have some more here that we can just go ahead and cover it up. It's a little bit of a depression there in my pathway anyway. We can build this up a little bit. Couple more smacks in my shovel then and we'll be good to go again. Just a little bit more, please, sir. He's not a fan of physical labor. Alrighty, and we can hit a couple of smacks down here just to kind of see what's going on. So then, let's get this machine back into position. But we're caught. We are caught. Alrighty, we can try like that. Surely. Let's get one more bucket into the truck then, and we can go again. Let's get the lights on in this excavator here so I can see a little bit better what's going on. There we go, shovel taking care of those few plants or shrubs, however you prefer to call them. Alrighty then, so like I mentioned at the start, I think I'm going to run this excavator here for about the next hour or so into the side of this hill, make ourselves as much progression as we can there. So I'll go ahead and speed that up, and then towards the end of the video there I'll come back and grab the roof pieces and the angle pieces, and we'll go ahead and look at finishing up that timber warehouse that we're building across the way there. As I make a mess of pulling up my truck. How can it be so difficult, you ask? It's a good question. Alrighty, let me get to this. Alrighty then, so I ran the excavator there for about 40 minutes. It was a little bit frustrating. Now we have a kind of a bit of unevenness here, so I'm going to jump in my loader there and clean that up real quick. So we had 3 accidents there with the excavator, let's call it, with call in some air support there to get it back upright, which is about standard for me now at this stage. I'm just about giving up hope on it, but I'm going to go ahead and at least try one more excavator there before completely abandoning the idea. Not quite sure which one I'm going to invest in yet, but before we get a new excavator, I'm thinking a new rock truck is probably the play. So we ran a decent amount of material through our plant there, nothing spectacular of course, but we should have a decent amount of gold ores, and we have back into a decent coal vein there as well, as we kind of push back the dirt here on this hillside. Dug a little bit too far down there. I'll have to go ahead and get myself a roller as well at some stage here. The shovel is decent, but I think as we expand more into the hillside there, a roller will be needed. Let's kind of just flatten this out a little bit so that that rock truck has a bit of a better time maneuvering around the place here. I didn't go ahead and check my workbenches there, but after we get a clean out done, I'll go ahead and check on those parts I'm waiting on to finish our little wood shack over across the way there. Okay, that was digging a little bit too far down there, but we can do a bit of smoothing. It should buff out, let's just say. We're up to 110,000 now, so we're auto-selling the dirt there. So that's been quite profitable for us. Maybe we ran a bit more material than I realized. Okay, that should do with the clean out for now. I can go ahead and take one more bucket from over in this far corner here, actually. Not quite the corner, but the middle of this corner. If that computes, makes sense in my mind at least. There we go. Alrighty, let's pull this loader up and get her out of the way for now. A pleasure to work with it as always. There we go. So then we can grab the spade and just give this a quick smooth here. Doesn't have to be beautiful, just has to work for now. A little bit in under there. Piece that back off my wood floor there a little bit. Yeah, and we could be at this all day, but hopefully we'll have the cash there to invest in a roller sooner rather than later. So let's get ourselves a clean out down here. We can go ahead, so that hopper is still running there. It's just about emptied there, so we can go ahead and check our coal storage first of all. So we've quite a lot of coal there. That's going to be a decent payday, and it's going to complete that quest for us also. So let's go ahead and actually do that now. Almost 70k there for that 3/4 stack, and 90k there for the full stack. That's very nice, really boosting the cash there. Got ourselves a level out of it as well. We can go ahead then and check the sluice box. Decent amount of gold there, a little bit of diamonds, some ruby and some silicone. Now I think I'm going to leave that for the time being, as I plan on moving this smelter and this wash plant over into that hut there. So let's go ahead and see if we have some parts ready. So I'm still waiting for some of these. What we can actually do is queue that, cancel that queue, and we can start it up again there. So we have some wood angle pieces there for the ceiling. Let's just say. And we need some wood floors. We've none of those left actually, so let's just go ahead and queue as many of those there as we can. So we're going to need that, as well as the roof pieces. Is this one ready to go there? We're just waiting for 20 seconds more. I will come back for those, that's no issue. So then let's get these roof pieces out here, and hopefully everything will line up pretty nice for me. So then maybe if we turn you. Okay, so I'm a little bit low on the ground there. Let me throw down a wood block so I can get a little bit of height here. So then, do you want to go up? Does not want to go up onto the next one. It's interesting. Okay, let's just get ourselves back in here. Get ourselves another wood block down. Use this one to jump up onto that. There we go. So, why don't you want to go up one grid there? Let's try grid build actually. Interesting. Let's try and zoom out a bit actually. Go ahead and pick this up. That's the rank tool. Okay, let's just get ourselves up there and see if we can get in this first piece. If we can get the first piece, the rest should be no issue. So it wants to go this way. Let me just see if I can get it to work on this far corner here, perhaps. Like that, but like this. So how is that gonna work then if I put down some more walls? Yeah, it's just gonna clip straight through it. That is unfortunate. Not quite sure how to fix that, to be honest. How bad does it look is the question. Yeah, that looks quite bad in my opinion. But maybe we can make it work. Let's just try. Yeah, this isn't what I want. Let's just rip this down. And I'm using the wrong tool again. I need to change the keybind. I'm too used to having the sledge and tree. So then, let me grab this. So the roof. Come on, get up there. Okay, let's try free builds there then. Let's just bring this in. See if I can line that up somewhat respectably. Problem is then when I get to the middle, it's gonna be out of line, so I want to get myself into snap build there. Why don't you want to snap onto the side? Okay, let's just try it then. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I think I see how this is going to work here. If I put one roof there, I should be able to get this up there then. Okay. Gotcha. Ah, come on. So we can put our wood wall back in place there. Let's throw up a wood wall here. Our angle piece is going to fit in there. If this is the correct one. Okay, we got that in there. Really, I can't connect these roof pieces? How can that be? So then, how did this work again? Interesting. Alright, let's get down as many roof pieces as we can here. So we're on free build, snap build, please. Go ahead and get rid of these blocks I was using. And will an angle piece fit in here? It won't, but I can get a wall piece in there at least. That is something. And that is just not aligned at all. Okay, we'll have to live with that for now. So then this roof piece, why will it not? Perhaps if I put this up here. Let's get on a couple more wall pieces here. Come on. This game is incredibly frustrating at times. So let's try our angle piece here. Now I can put a roof maybe? Okay, now I can get the roof in. Okay, we've somewhat, I wouldn't say figured it out, but we're kind of making it work. So then let's get you in there. Okay, so we should need one more piece then. And I think it will be in the middle. Thereabouts. So we need some wall pieces then. And we can throw an angle piece on there. Then this roof should align. So is this halfway? I might be one grid off. Possibly one grid off. So let's just put you on there. There. Yeah, I'm one grid off, so I'm gonna have to use a flat piece along the middle there. It's not ideal. But we will make it work. If I have any flat pieces, I don't think I have any floors at the moment. We might have to leave a big gaping gap in the roof here for tonight. Our guy won't be too pleased, but it's the best we can do for now. And I'm not really willing to spend some extra cash for this just yet. And one more wall there should block that up. Besides adding these angle pieces, so one there, and one there. That's this gable end. A little bit holy there, but yeah. I believe those are backwards. I'm using the wrong angle pieces. We'll just throw them in there for now. Come back and pretty it up a little bit later. Or never, most likely. Alrighty. So then, I mean, it's a little bit rough and ready, but it's a hut. I'm calling it a hut at least. So then, do I have any floor pieces is the question. I do not. And there at least. Okay, so I have some queued up here. What we can do while we're waiting for a few of those to cook up is grab all this stuff that I want to bring with me. And it looks kind of crap from the outside, yeah, so those angle pieces I'm using are the wrong ones. I need to fix that. So our wash plants, let's find a nice little area for you. And let's just rotate it. That will do nicely for now. Do we have anything to put in you is the question. Oh, we do. There's some diamonds and rubies. Let's get that timer up and running. And I have my little smelter here, of course. And I have a whole bunch of gold to produce into ingots. So we can just go ahead here and queue up all our silicon and all our gold. That will work with. We'll look at investing in we've actually even a little bit more gold there. So we could already go ahead there and invest in a second ore smelter if we wanted, but for now I'm happy to leave the timer run down on that. We're not too stuck for cash at the moment. So then let's get back over here and get our floor pieces to board up this roof. So we can actually just go ahead and pick up my workbenches. I may as well throw those over here with the rest of my items. So did we get any floors? We've 9. Hopefully that is going to be enough there. If I can get up to the roof here. Is 4 going to do it? I think we're going to be 1 short. Yeah, we're 1 short there. That is really unfortunate already. Let's get in here and get these wood benches down. So 1 there and 1 there. That's beautiful. So how much wood have we? How much raw wood? Let's get some beams and some planks going there. We have a whole bunch of beams and planks here. Let's just use some of the storage now. We have some roofs, some walls, wood blocks. Yeah, that is fine. So we can put our raw materials into this other one and start crafting. Let's get ourselves 100 floors going there, just so this one is doing something. A little bit of a clean out to do here as well. Small bit of gold to sell there, 15k for that, 1k for the silicone, a couple of diamonds, and a couple of rubies. So we ended up at 336k there for the day. It's not too bad. I think, like I was saying, I want to invest in the next rock truck there. So let's go ahead and have a quick look here in the store actually at our vehicles. So the next one up there, we have this one, the cheapest one. The next one there is pretty much our whole budget, 30 meter square capacity on it versus a 23 meter square, so it's not even really worth it, let's be honest. Let's go ahead and take a look at an excavator instead. Maybe we're using the cheap one, the one that's about 15k, 14.4k actually. So this one is 400,000, 3.7 meter capacity. So there's an extra square meter capacity on the bucket there, but it's the power that's going to be the thing. Our machine just has no power whatsoever, to be honest. What else are the options? I mean, we could go for this. Oh, that's a huge machine. I'm not going to go for that just yet. It looks cool though, I like it. Yeah, but that's all for the future episodes. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Cheers for watching. I appreciate that. All the best to you.